Good morning. I am Guruswamy K, Head of Department of Physics, IDST Government College, Chikmagalur. In this video, I am going to present a lecture on free electron theory of metals. This is my second lecture on free electron theory. This chapter belongs to the program 3rd BSc Physics, 6th semester, paper 7. The title of the paper is Solid State Physics and Electronics. In this session, I am going to discuss the concepts like density of states, Fermi energy, equation for Fermi energy at absolute 0 degree Kelvin, expression for average energy of electron at absolute 0 degree Kelvin. In the previous session, we discussed about the density of states, definition and expression for it, and also the concept of Fermi energy, definition of Fermi energy. Once again, we are going to discuss those. First, we have to know what is density of state. Density of electronic states or density of quantum states or energy state. The average number of energy states per unit energy range in a solid is what we call density of energy states. Fermi energy. Then what is meant by Fermi energy? The maximum kinetic energy gained by an electron at absolute 0 degree temperature or absolute 0 Kelvin temperature. That energy is what we call Fermi energy. Later we are going to discuss the derivation for Fermi energy at absolute 0 and average energy. Before going to discuss those derivations, we have to discuss the explanation of N of E versus E graph. N of E or N of E comma T nothing but number of free electrons per unit energy range. It's just okay. The plot is shown here. In the y-axis, we are going to plot N of E comma T. What is N of E comma T? Number of free electrons per unit energy range, and along x-axis we are going to plot energy. Okay, we are going to explain this plot now. Here number of electrons per unit energy range according to the free electron model. The shaded area shows the change in distribution between absolute 0 and finite temperature. This shaded area in the graph. Later I am going to explain what it indicates and all. Okay, here this is N of E comma T, this is energy, and here this is Fermi energy, whatever the energy gained by electrons at absolute 0 na, okay, that energy, this is Fermi energy level, and this is for the case if T greater than 0, we found that few electrons take transition above the to the electronic levels or energy levels above the Fermi energy, and this is for exactly T equal to 0, that is Fermi energy reason, and this is G of E, density of energy states. That is also discussed in the previous semester, G of E, definition and expression. Now we are going to give the explanation of this graph. N of E versus E graph shows that at absolute 0, all the states having energy less than EF are completely filled, and the states having energies greater than EF, that is Fermi energy, are completely empty. Once again I am going to repeat this point. N of E versus E graph shows that at absolute 0, all the states having energy less than Fermi energy are completely filled by electrons, and the states having energies greater than Fermi energy are completely empty. Second point, when the electron gas is heated up to a temperature, say some finite temperature capital T, electrons which lie within an energy range, say K into T, where K is Boltzmann constant, that gives the energy range with respect to the Fermi energy, that is below Fermi level, acquire some energy, kinetic energy of the order of K into T, and jump to the empty higher energy levels, okay, or higher energy states above the Fermi level. Again, the deep flying electrons cannot absorb energy because empty states are not available to them. Okay, only the electrons in the Fermi that's one, the electrons in the energy levels which are very close to the vicinity of Fermi level or Fermi energy, those present on the surface of the metal, those electrons may gain the energy that is equal to the product of Boltzmann constant and absolute temperature T while heating the body, a substance or a metal here to temperature T. Thereby that much of amount of energy is gained by these free electrons. Those electrons may take transition from the energy levels just below the Fermi level within the range kT to the energy levels which are above the Fermi level within the range kT. Third point, the shaded area shows the change in distribution between absolute zero and a finite temperature. The shaded area in the plot shows the change in distribution between absolute zero and a finite temperature. This is what the shaded area. Okay, initially I told that, I am going to explain it later. But by here, this is the Fermi energy level at absolute zero. Okay, the energy levels just below this Fermi energy level are completely filled, and the energy levels which are above this Fermi level, which are completely empty. As the temperature increases or some heat energy is supplied to the metal, what happens? The electrons present at the surface of the metal which are present in energy levels which are close to Fermi level, just below the Fermi level, those electrons gain this heat energy or thermal energy supplied. Thereby they take transition to the energy levels which are above this Fermi level. Thereby here, if you plot a graph of n of E versus E, then the nature of curve should be like this. At absolute zero, there is sharp defining edge there. Initially it is zero, gradually increases at a maximum at a Fermi energy. Okay, there is a sharp drop in the what n of E can be absorbed, n of E comma T can be absorbed with respect to Fermi energy. But absolute zero case, as the temperature increases from 0 to some certain value, there we found that some electronic transitions takes place from the energy levels just below the Fermi energy. That energy range is decided by the product K into T, the Boltzmann constant and absolute temperature, to the energy levels which are present just above this Fermi level within the range kT. Next point, n of E comma T gives number of free electrons per unit energy range is just the area under n of E comma T graph. Okay, area under n of E comma T graph. Okay, this area, whatever the area bounded by this n of E comma T versus E curve, okay, this area gives the number of free electrons per unit energy range. Just by calculating the area bounded by the curve or a graph n of E comma T versus E graph, that gives what? Number of free electrons per unit energy range. Last point, Fermi-Dirac distribution function is symmetric function. At finite temperature, say T, the same number of levels below EF is emptied and same number of levels above EF are filled by electrons. Okay, already this point is explained. Like this, we are going to explain n of E comma T versus E graph. Next, we are going to discuss Fermi energy at 0 Kelvin. That is derivation for Fermi energy at absolute zero. So let's consider the number of electrons occupying energy state between E and E plus dE is given by number of electrons occupying energy states or quantum states between the range E and E plus dE is given by n of E dE is equal to number of states available between the energy range, say E and E plus dE, into probability of occupation or probability distribution of the with respect to the energy E. Okay, this product, number of states available in the energy range E and E plus dE, and probability of occupation with respect to energy E or probability distribution with respect to the energy E. Okay, therefore n of E dE is equal to d of E dE. Number of states available between E and E plus D is the density of energy state into probability of occupation of E nothing but Fermi function. We know the expression for density of energy state. In the previous session we discussed about that. Okay, that is given by d of E equal to C into e to the power of half, where C is constant, the value of constant C is given by V divided by 2 pi squared, 2m by h cross squared O to the power of 3 by 2, where V is the volume of the number of electrons present in the metal, and m is the mass of electron, and h is the Planck's constant. So f of E is the Fermi function or probability of occupation that is given by 1 over e to the power of E minus Ef whole divided by kT plus 1, where V is the volume of the metal and m is the mass of electron, k is Boltzmann constant, and Ef is the Fermi energy. Like this, we are defining the density of energy state in the energy range, say, between E and E plus D, that is dE. If capital N is the total number of free electrons present in the volume V of the metal, then the total number of electrons is given by the integral from 0 to infinity n of E dE, that is density of energy state. If we integrate density of energy state over the limits 0 to infinity, then we are going to get the total number of free electrons present in the metal. Then n of E dE is equal to what? D of E dE into F of E. Okay, substitute that, and the next step we have capital N is equal to 0 to EF naught D of E dE into F of E plus EF naught to infinity D of E dE into F of E. The integral can be split into two with respect to Fermi energy. Okay, this Fermi energy lies between 0 level and infinity level. So we are going to express the above integral as two integrals which are having the limits from 0 to EF naught and EF naught to infinity. We are express that one. Again, at absolute 0, we have Fermi function f of E is equal to 1. That is also discussed in the previous discussion for E less than EF naught. That is energy of the energy levels, okay, which is less than Fermi level at absolute 0. In that case, Fermi function would have take the value 1, that is 100% electron distribution of filled state. And it is equal to 0. Fermi function is equal to 0 for E greater than EF. At absolute 0, okay, above EF, all the energy levels or electronic levels or quantum states are not filled by electrons or free from electrons, free electrons. Thereby, the Fermi distribution function or probability of occupation is 0 at absolute 0. So, if we substitute these in the above equation, we have capital N is equal to 0 to EF naught D of E into dE into Fermi function value is 1. The second term cancels because Fermi function value is 0. So now substitute the value of D of E. D of E nothing but C into e to the power of half into dE. Again C is constant, take outside the integral now. Then we have N is equal to C into 0 to EF naught e to the power of half into dE. E to the power of half into dE. Now substitute the values here. That is after integration. If we integrate this e to the power of half, okay, then we have EF naught O to the power of 3 by 2. After integrating and applying the limits, we have EF naught O to the power of 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2, and that is equal to 2 by 3 into C into EF naught O to the power of 3 by 2. Then if we simplify this, we have 3 by 2 into N by C. 3 by 2 into N by C, that is equal to EF naught O to the power of 3 by 2. We need an expression for Fermi energy. Thereby, simplifying this expression for Fermi energy or solved for Fermi energy, we have EF naught O to the power of 3 by 2 is equal to 3N divided by 2C. Then solve for EF naught. EF naught is equal to 3 by 2 N by C whole to the power of 2 by 3. Therefore, EF naught equal to 3 by 2 into N is constant number of free electrons into, substitute the value of C here, then we have 1 over C here, 1 by C. Then we have 2 pi squared by V into h cross squared by 2m whole to the power of 3 by 2 whole to the power of 2 by 3. But here N by V is nothing but number of electrons per unit volume, that is what density of electrons, that is taken as small n. Thereby replace this N divided by V by small n and rearranging the terms, okay, applying this powers and rearranging the terms, we have an expression for Fermi energy as EF naught is equal to h cross squared by 2m 3 pi squared n whole to the power of 2 by 3. Okay, therefore EF naught is equal to, again here h cross nothing but h by 2 pi, h cross squared is there. Okay, substitute in the place of h cross squared by h squared by 4 pi squared, and simplifying we get EF naught is equal to h square divided by 8m into 3n by pi whole to the power of 2 by 3. This is what the expression for Fermi energy at absolute 0 degree Kelvin. There is a note. Upon the substitution of this value of Planck's constant, that is 6.625 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second, and mass of the electron, that mass of the electron is 9.1 in 10 to the power of minus 31 kg, and pi values, okay, and simplifying, we have EF naught is equal to 3.65 into 10 to the power of minus 19 into n to the power of 2 by 3 electron volt. Okay, this is the standard formula used to calculate the Fermi energy at absolute 0. Okay, here the value of the Fermi energy is decided by the value of n. What is n? Density of electrons, free electrons. Okay, if you know the density of free electrons, we are going to calculate Fermi energy by using this formula. Next, we are going to discuss the expression for average kinetic energy of free electrons at absolute 0. Average kinetic energy of free electrons at absolute 0. Now we are going to find the average energy or mean energy of the free electrons in a metal. Thereby the average energy at absolute 0 degree Kelvin is defined as average of E naught. E naught is average energy. This diamond bracket, okay, again tells about the mean value or average value of the energy, the kinetic energy of electrons at absolute 0. Okay, E suffix 0, naught is there, 0 is there, it is absolute 0, the energy of free electrons. This diamond bracket tells about the average. Thereby the average kinetic energy of electrons, free electrons at absolute 0 is equal to total energy of all the free electrons. Total energy of all the free electrons divided by total number of free electrons. Thereby it is the ratio, the average energy is the ratio of total energy of all the free electrons present in the metal divided by total number of free electrons. Okay, then we know that the expression for total energy of all the free electrons, just in the previous discussion we discussed that one, that is integral from 0 to infinity d of E dE into E into f of E divided by total number of free electrons means capital N. Okay, this gives what the average energy. Again, where d of E is the density of energy states and the value is known, that is C into e to the power of half, and C is equal to V divided by 2 pi squared into 2m by h cross squared over to the power of 3 by 2. These values are already known. Again, the probability of accumulation or Fermi function is given by 1 over e to the power of E minus Ef whole divided by kT plus 1. And where V is the volume of the metal, m is the mass of electron, k is the Boltzmann constant, and Ef is the Fermi energy. These all concepts are known. That is also used while deriving the expression for Fermi energy at absolute 0. The same concepts here used here to derive the expression for average energy of free electrons at absolute 0 degree Kelvin. Now substitute the values here. Again, with reference to the Fermi energy at absolute 0, we are going to split the integral into two parts. One is varies from the limit 0 to EF naught, and another one is from EF naught to infinity. So the average energy is equal to 1 by n into E integral from 0 to EF naught d of capital D of E into dE into E into f of E plus integral from EF naught to infinity capital D of E into dE into E into f of E. Again, we are going to use this condition, the value of Fermi function at absolute 0 degree Kelvin with reference to the Fermi energy, energy of electronic levels with reference to Fermi energy, that is less than Fermi energy, and the electronic levels having energy which is greater than Fermi energy at absolute 0. For the case if the electronic levels having energies which is less than Fermi energy, for those levels the Fermi function would take the value 1, that is 100% filled or completely filled state, thereby f of E is equal to 1 and it is equal to 0 for the energy levels or electronic states which are present above the Fermi level at absolute 0. For that Fermi function value is 0. No filled state can found above the Fermi level at absolute 0. Okay, these concepts were known or familiar. Now using this in the above expression and simplifying, we have again second term tends to 0. Thereby we have average energy is equal to 1 by n into integral from 0 to EF naught capital D of E into dE into E into f of E. Again, now here we found that value of f of E is equal to 1. Substitute that one, simplifying and substituting the value of d of E into dE, we have the average energy is equal to 1 divided by n into integral from 0 to EF naught C into e to the power of half into E into dE. Thereby, if we simplify that one, we have, yes, and we can take a constant outside the integral, then C into 1 by n or C by n into integral from 0 to EF naught e to the power of 3 by 2, e to the power of 1 by 2 into e to the power of 1. Okay, then e to the power of 3 by 2 we have. Again, if we integrate this one, we have EF naught o to the power of 5 by 2 divided by 5 by 2. Integrating and applying the limits. After simplifying, we have the value of integral as EF naught o to the power of 5 by 2 divided by 5 by 2 into C into 1 by n. We solve this one, we have 2 by C into 1 over n e to the power EF naught to the power of 5 by 2. We know that EF naught is equal to, again we derived in the in the previous discussion, the value of EF naught at absolute 0 is 3 divided by 2 into n by C all to the power of 2 by 3. Now EF naught to the power of 3 by 2 is equal to 3 by 2 into n by C, that we know. Okay, then solve for n, thereby n is equal to 2 by 3 C EF naught to the power of 3 by 2. Substitute the value of n in the above equation and solve for average energy. We have 2 by 5 into C into the place of 1 by n, we may substitute the value 3 by 2 into 1 over C into the EF to the C into EF naught to the power of 3 by 2. Okay, simplifying that, we have the expression for average energy as 3 by 5 EF naught. 3 by 5 EF naught. Like this, we are going to discuss the derivation of Fermi energy at absolute 0 temperature and average energy at absolute 0 temperature. And again, this is the relation between average energy and Fermi energy. The examination, they may ask to derive the relation between the average energy and Fermi energy. Again, we are going to derive the same expression, or they may ask arrive the expression for average energy of free electrons at absolute 0. Okay, there will be a 4 marks question on this derivation. These two derivations are very important. Again, some problems may ask about these derivation, okay, or formulas. Once again, I am going to repeat what are the topics covered in this session. Initially, we discussed about population density of free electron gas, that is explanation of N of E versus E graph. There will be a 2 marks question on this concept. Okay, there is 5 points there, at least we have to mention 3 points, the examination point of view. Again, Fermi energy at 0 degree Kelvin derivation. Again, there may be a essay type question may expect in the examination about this derivation in 4 marks question. Again, we expect some problems on this expression, that is EF naught equal to S squared divided by 8m into 3n divided by pi whole to the power of 2 by 3. There will be a simplified formula is there, that is EF naught equal to 3.65 into 10 to the power of minus 19 n to the power of 2 by 3. With this formula is used to calculate Fermi energy at absolute 0. Later on Fermi temperature also related to this, that may be discussed in the next session. Expression for average kinetic energy of free electrons at absolute 0 degree Kelvin. Again, this derivation almost have some basic touch with the previous derivation. Okay, the same concepts were used, density of energy state expression and Fermi function or probability occupation functions are used to derive the expression for average energy. That is very easy to derive this expression. Okay, this is also a essay type question. Okay, you will be expecting the examination. With this, I am going to end this session. Okay, thank you one and all.